Woo wee! What a wild card playoffs we had this weekend. A lot of QBs got exposed, from the Jordan Love to the Trevor Lawrences to Jalen Hurts to Justin Herbert. We've been having a good weekend basketball, a great weekend basketball. We got a college football playoff that I didn't see coming between Indiana and the University of Miami. Welcome to the U, baby. Y'all know the vibes. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, a lot to cover. But let's get started in these NFL playoffs, man. Justin Herbert is a fraud. I've been trying to tell y'all this. Y'all don't listen to me. I don't know what more y'all want said. Let's talk about this Rams game. This Rams and Carolina game was closer than I thought it would be, 34-31. I didn't think the Panthers were that good of a team. I thought the Rams were going to blow them out the water. This was going to be much of a contest, much of a game. But boy, did the Panthers prove me wrong. Bryce Young, he did okay. I mean, in his playoff game, he was all right. He had a QBR of 74. He had 265 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Chuba had 13 carries for 46 yards, and he had 2 touchdowns. Jalen Coker, the man was cooking the Rams secondary. The Rams secondary is mucho galente basura. He fried it for 134 and a touchdown for 9 targets. Tet had 5 for 81. I mean, the Panthers defense was pretty good. It wasn't the defense was pretty good. They let's see if I can find their stats. Uh, the Panthers were terrible on third down. 5 for 12. Ain't that great. Uh, they were terrible on fourth down. 0 for 3. The Rams had more plays, more total yards. The drives were about the same. Yards per play is about the same. The Rams had slightly more passing. They will run the ball more efficiently and effectively than the Panthers. And I mean, they just controlled the game time possession. They barely escaped, which is not a good thing when you're playing against the, Panthers. Matthew Stafford had 304 and 3 tutties with a pick. His QBR was a 48. Kyron Williams, 13 for 57. Puka Nakua, torching the league per usual. I would say the best wide receiver in the league. He's in that conversation. He had 10 receptions, 111 yards, and a touchdown. Kobe Parkinson's caught the key touchdowns with under 2 minutes to go. That sums up and wraps up that game. Now the Rams are traveling to Chicago, which, by the way, is having a snowstorm, and it's terrible out there. It's like below 20. It's cold. Yeah, and LA teams West Coast teams don't play well in the snow. So they might lose to Chicago. Caleb Williams might take care of business, but we're going to see what happens. Another team we saw the Texans just dominate the Steelers. They dominated the Steelers so bad that Mike Tomlin got fired. That's how bad they dominated them. And in that game, let me see if I go to scores. We're going to get to that game. Let's go to this wild card. Yeah, the Texans have the second best defense to me. I think the Patriots defense is better after what I just saw they do against Justin Herbert, aka Justin Gerbert. The Steelers got absolutely dominated. This is their first road win in their playoff history. Aaron Rodgers couldn't do anything. And which makes this game even the more scary is that CJ Stroud played mucho galante basura. He did not play well this game at all. He had 5 fumbles. 2 fumbles he lost, 3 he recovered, and he had a pick. He was dog crap. If you didn't watch this game, you know what I'm saying. He was simply not good. He was mucho galante basura away. Woody Marks was running all over that defense. He had 19, 112, and a touchdown. Christian Kirk was torching his defense. 8 receptions, 144 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, what can you say about this group, man? You got Will Anderson and Donnell Hunter on one end. You got to worry about those two. Then you got Alshazar. Alshazar. I don't know how to say the brother's name. Forgive me for saying no. You got him. You got Jalen Petra. You got Cameron Lassiter. Kalen Bullock. This defense is a very, very good and underrated defense. I don't know what the Steelers are going to do, what direction they're going to go in. They lost their head coach. They're going their fourth head coach in their franchise history. As we all know, the Steelers keep coaches for basically their whole lifetime. Excuse me. Mike Tomlin getting fired was kind of, we saw it coming. The Steelers been mid since they won that Super Bowl. Barely been getting playoff wins, going to the playoffs just to lose. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers couldn't do nothing. That man had a 14 QBR, 146 yards, and a pick. They couldn't get nothing going. And when I mean nothing going, they couldn't get nothing going. Aaron Rodgers was constantly under pressure by that Texans defense. That Texans defense is something different. I ain't gonna even lie to you. That defense is as dominant as the Patriots defense. I'm still taking the Pats defense, as y'all should know. Excuse me. But yeah. I'm still taking the Patriots. I'm saying it's gonna be a defensive battle between these two teams. Both of them are elite defensively. But shout out to the Pats, man. Then we have this Packers Bears game. This game was so inexcusable. The Packers ought to be ashamed of themselves. There's no way you are up by 18 points in that first half. In some way, somehow, you surrender 25 points in that fourth quarter. 25 points. You let the Bears score 28 points in that second half while you only scored 6. Sad, pathetic. I don't know why y'all had Caleb Williams out here looking like a top 5 QB. I just don't understand. Do y'all not respect each other? Packers down bad. The Packers' biggest problem, yes, they have Tyler Kraft. I get it, but he was hurt. They don't have a dominant number one receiver. They don't have like a Julio Jones or somebody, a DeAndre Hopkins in his prime. They don't have those type receivers. They don't have a Puka Nacua. It's just somebody that Jordan Love trust and can just get the ball to make a play. I mean, Christian Watson is your big play guy. Romeo Dobbs is a pretty good wide receiver. You drafted Golden Tate, you barely use him. I mean, I don't think Matt LaFleur meshes well with this team. This team has ultimately his ceiling, and it's time to move on from this team. They couldn't get nothing going on in the run game, couldn't run the ball. Shout out to Caleb Williams and the Bears. They about to beat the Rams. Like, I really see the Rams just playing mucho galante basura, and that's no. Then we had the Bills and Jaguars. Josh Allen carried this team basically. Him and James Cook were the only two that decided to show up to play football. And then when Trevor Lawrence is such a fraud. QBs from Clemson, you cannot trust them. Like, I just don't understand. He could have won this game. Fourth quarter, about a minute left. What does he do? Throw a pick. Game over, GG's. So he could have won this game, or at least tied it up, whatever. Excuse me. Trevor Lawrence is a fraud too. Can't trust QBs from Clemson. I don't trust the Bills. And they ain't beating the Broncos. Give me the Broncos over them. They gotta go fly over there to the Mile House City, and it's very hard to play there. It's very hard to win there. Then we got the Eagles and the Niners. How do the Niners keep getting away with this? How? Like, I just don't understand how they keep getting away with this. Their defense has been injury riddled all season long. Their offense has been injury riddled. They have the most injuries in the league. In some way, somehow, they found a way to beat the Eagles and win. I just don't understand. I just don't get it. Brock Purdy played very well this game. 2 TDs, 262 yards. Saquon Barkley, 26 Ks, 106 yards. Demarcus Robinson, go Demarcus. He was torching the Eagles. They had no answer for him. He had 6 receptions, 111 yards, and a touchdown. The Eagles fired their coordinator, Kevin Spanowski, whatever that brother name is. He up out of there. And yeah, I don't know what the Eagles gonna do this offseason because you gotta start paying these players. You can't keep doing this. Jalen Hurts is not that guy. You gotta think about what you're gonna do with Jalen Hurts. The Eagles gonna have to make a lot of tough decisions this offseason because you can't pay everybody. Can't keep everybody. Now, if you want another Super Bowl, maybe you get some cheap contracts, sign some people to some cheapsy weepsy contracts. But yeah, the Eagles are in trouble. Then we got my favorite game, the Chargers and the Pats. Excuse me, I don't know what's going on. This was a very defensive game. It was ugly, but the Patriots ultimately got it done. They won. Justin Herbert is a fraud. How many excuses y'all gonna make for this man? He's not elite. He's not top 5 quarterback. I'm not even sure if he's the top 10 quarterback in this league right now. Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert is like that nice car, nice brand new car that you always wanted, a nice Lambo, just nice. But the car got no engine. The inside is all messed up, seats all torn up, but it looks good on the outside. Essentially, that's Justin Herbert. He looks good in the playoffs. I mean, he looks good in the regular season. And come playoffs, he can't get you a win. The man, I believe, is 0-3 in the playoffs. He has yet to win a playoff game. And then y'all can't keep blaming the team. First, y'all blame the head coach. Got a new head coach. You blame the DC. Got a new DC. Then you say he didn't have any weapons. You bring in weapons. You bring back a Keenan Allen. You draft the rookie godson. You had drafted Amari Hampton. You still got Lad McConkey. You got Keenan Allen. Quentin Johnson has a resurgence all of a sudden. Like, come on now. What more excuse y'all gonna give Justin Herbert? How much more grace should the brother get? We crucified Dak for not winning playoff games. At least he has won a playoff game. When's the last time y'all seen Justin Herbert win a playoff game? And the fact that the Chargers just fired the offensive coordinator is like, y'all do realize that's not the problem, right? The problem is that what's his name is the problem. It says Justin Herbert is the problem. He's just not that good. He's not that guy. It's okay. Not everybody could be a good and elite quarterback in this league. It is what it is, my boy. You either got to be good or you got to be better. But yeah, Justin Herbert is a fraud. My predictions for the incoming playoffs, we got the Broncos and the Bills. Give me the Broncos. Patriots, Texans. Give me the Patriots. I got Patriots and Broncos in the AFC Championship game. And if I had to pick a team, you already know who I'm picking. My New England Patriots, baby. Then we got the Seahawks and Niners, which is going to be a dogfight, a division battle. They just played each other twice. Now they play each other for a third time. This game gets tricky for me because I don't know what version of Sam Darnold are we getting. Are we getting a good to decent Sam Darnold, or are we getting a mucho galante basura version of Sam Darnold? I don't know, but I'm still going to edge out the Seahawks. I just feel like they're the better overall team. And then we got the Bears and the Rams. Give me the Bears. The Rams got to go travel Chicago. Excuse me. Got to go travel. The Rams got to travel Chicago. It's cold. It's minus 20. Matthew Stafford's plays terrible in cold, frigid conditions. They're just basically cooked, to be honest with y'all. But yeah, those are my predictions for football. Let's get into some. Some stuff from TikTok on here. Not from TikTok, from Twitter on here, X, whatever you want to call the crap. Some narratives I need to pass. So Dante Moore, the QB from Oregon. Oregon's is frauds, as we all know. When the big stage comes, the school shrinks. As we just saw in the playoffs, with Indiana got dominated. Dante Moore was horrible. Mucho galente basura. He's not going to the. I thought this was an interesting decision. He's not going to the draft. He's returning back to school. I thought he should have stayed in the draft. You probably go number 2 to the Jets. I don't know what the Jets are going to do because now they're in dilemma, right? The Jets need a quarterback, and you're going to be reaching the next best quarterback is probably going to be Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson. That's probably the next best quarterback. And we all know the track history of Alabama quarterbacks. So if you're the Jets, what do you do at number 2 now? Are you going to try to trade down and get more draft assets for next year's QB draft? Because you're probably going to be horrible once again. Probably gonna get a top 3 pick once again. Or do you reach on a QB, hope he's good enough, and then go from there? So yeah, like what are the Jets going to do now? So now the big boards and mock drafts are going to look crazy because we don't know who's going number 2. We all know Mendoza from Indiana is clearly the best quarterback in this draft. He's clearly going to the Raiders. He's QB1. Dante Moore was QB2. So now you're looking at it like, what are the Jets going to do? I mean, is there like, he just, now the game is all messed up. I think he should have just went to the, you might as well just go to the draft pick, bro. Like, I don't know what the Jets do at number 2 now. Do you go get a defensive prospect? Do you go reach for a quarterback? Or like, or do you go reach for a? Do you go get Carnell Tate from Ohio State? What, like, I don't know. I honestly don't know what the Jets should do at number 2. I really realistically cannot give you an answer. Are you going to reach for a quarterback? Are you going to reach for Ty Simpson because he's probably QB2 right now? Like, I just, and this draft is kind of lackluster. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't think anything's crazy about this draft. I think this draft has a lot of quality players, quality starters, but that's about it. I don't see like superstar names in this draft, but we're gonna see. But the Jets, they gotta figure out what they're doing in this draft because the guy they're gonna draft now they can't draft. Let's talk about the fraud, Justin Herbert in the playoffs. 58 completions out of 106 passes, 674 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 picks, 0-3, has yet to win. Mucho galante basura. Oh, dude, there is no uncomfortable conversations about Justin Herbert. He's a fraud. He's not that guy. I'm at the point the Chargers need to trade Justin Herbert. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't think he's ever. This man's Phillip Rivers 2.0. He's essentially Phillip Rivers all over again. He's literally Phillip Rivers all over again. How did the Chargers go Phillip Rivers to Justin Herbert? He's basically Phillip Rivers. Y'all blame everything around him. It's never hit the quarterback, so it's everybody else's problems. Y'all blame the receivers. Y'all blame the OC. Y'all blame the DC. Y'all blame the head coach. Everybody gets blamed. You're bringing a whole new regime, and he still can't get the job done. What's the next excuse? And he's running out of excuses. It is what it is with him. He needs to figure out what he needs to do to be better. And he got exposed this playoffs. Him, Justin Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, and Jordan Love also got exposed because he was terrible in that second half. But that might be more of a play calling thing too. Jalen Hurts, since he's been playing football from college to pros, every year he has a new OC. He has no consistency or longevity at that at OC. Let's look at this picture. You had Lane Kiffin, Steve Sinarski at Bama. Then 2016, you get Brian Daboll. Then you get Mike Lashkowski. Then you get Lincoln Riley. Then you get Doug Peterson. Then you get Nick Sirianni and Shane Shettigian. Then you get Shane Shettigian again. Then you get Brian Johnson. Then you got Kellen Moore. Then you had Kevin Pachulo, who just got fired. So for the last, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. For the last 10 years, Jalen Hurts has had a new coordinator running a new system and changing things for him. He has no consistency. He doesn't know what that is. And I think to a certain extent that has to matter as a QB. Because as we know in football, coordinators do matter whether we want to think so or not. Since we talking about coordinators, let's talk about Justin Herbert's coordinators. He has Shane Sartesian 2020. He had Joe Lombardi. Then he had Kellen Moore and Greg Roman. Greg Roman is a good OC. I don't even know why Chargers fired him. He was doing a good job over there. I don't know. Greg Roman is a good OC, good offensive coordinator. So Justin Herbert might be a OC destroyer. The Eagles are getting 1-year rentals from OCs, which is insane to me. If you're OC for the Eagles, you're probably only going to be there for a year and then you're getting fired. Same thing for the Chargers. If you're there for a year, you're probably going to get fired. Having 1-year employment is hilarious. Breaking news: the Giants. Well, it's not breaking news. Everybody should know it's kind of old news, but I'm gonna say breaking news. John Harbaugh has signed with the Giants. Right now, they're working the details of his contract, so it's not done yet, per sources. They're trying to figure out is money over the language. It's not a money issue. It's over the language of the contract. They want to stand. No derailment. Nothing has changed. The choice. Talk continues as two sides are working to get it across the finish line. John Harbaugh got fired from the Ravens, and he became a free agent. Apparently, him and the Giants were talking, and they got him. I think that's a good pairing for him. You got Jason Dart, Jackson Dart, Malik Neighbors. What else you got over there? You got Abdul Carter on defense. You got Cam Skidaboo coming back. You got a pretty young team, pretty young core. You could build some pieces around. You can actually do something in a pretty decent division. I'm curious to see what he's going to do, though. Can he really turn this team around? I think head coaching is one of the problems for the the Giants, but it's not the only problem for the Giants. So in today's land, the parlay mafia is unstoppable and can't stop, won't stop. So apparently, 20 men have been charged in a point-shaving scheme involving more than 39 college basketball players on more than 17 NCAA Division I teams, according leading to more than 29 games being fixed, according to a federal indictment. The scheme started around September 2011 and initially focused on fixing games in Chinese Basketball Association before targeting college basketball games. The Parlay Mafia apparently has international reach. They out here messing with a whole different country, whole different economic. They over there fixing games over there in China and somehow spread it to come back over here and fix games. The group offered bribes to college players ranging from $10,000 to $30,000 to compromise games for betting purposes. The betting industry is cooked. FanDuel, DraftKings, MGM, all them sports books, it's cooked. Sports betting is rigged. Sports is rigged. We're getting to a point in sports where we're not going to know what a real championship is. We're going to be questioning players when they play. We're going to be questioning teams and coaches because we see this with our eyes. And for some reason, basketball is the one sport that keeps getting caught every which way. I haven't seen a hockey scandal yet. There was a baseball one. I seen like one baseball one. But for some reason, basketball keep getting caught. Why the basketball players keep getting caught? They not sneaky. They not trying. They just don't care. I don't know what's going on. But we're getting to a point in sports where it's too much money being generated and made. FanDuel has its own network on TV. When y'all sit there and watch an NBA game, NFL game, any sports game, y'all see the commercials on TV. Like, are y'all serious in the middle of a game? And then it's gotten so bad, they have sports commentators talking about it. They even have their own picks on TV, like Shaquille O'Neal's over unders, props he likes, Charles Barkley's props he likes plus 800 odds. Then they get you with the sweat free token, deposit five, get $30 in bonus bets. This sports gambling is getting nasty out of control, bro. Like it's getting to a point where you can sports bet, you're blindly betting at this point. Does the player want to show up or not show up? A player would have 20 points in the first half, but somehow end the game with 26. So you had 20 and then you only went to 6. That means the parlay mafia say you scoring too fast. You need to slow down, bucko. This is crazy. And then Antonio Blakely was one of the players that was charged in the points giving team. If y'all remember him, he's one of the best players in the nations. I believe he played with Ben Simmons in the AAU circuit. He played in the NBA. I remember him from the Chicago Bulls. But now he got involved into it. And let me tell you something. When the feds coming, everybody telling. Because when the feds come, you got to do, what is it, like 70% of that time to get out? So if you got a 10-year bid, you got to do at least 7 years. Yeah, I'm good. So can we talk about Jokic supporting cast since he's been hurt? By the way, the Nuggets are 6-3. They have a winning record without Jokic. So we're watching players' production go up with Jokic out. So we've been hearing that Jokic had no help for years. That's always been the excuse that people come up with. What irritates me about this whole situation is if this player name was Russell Westbrook, y'all would be saying the narrative would be he's holding these players back. He's not making them any better. He's hindering them. But when Jokic does it, it's cool. Look at Payne Watson is jumping almost 15 points? Jalen Pickett is dropping 8 points, rising 8 points. I mean, not dropping, rising 8 points. Najee Harris, whatever the brother name is, he's going from 2 to 11, which is a 9-point increase. So these role players are stepping out without Joker. And when Jokic is there, so they're not being used right? Are we overrating Jokic? Is Jokic overrated? Yeah, it might be a conversation to have. You know I gotta talk about my boy Goldberg every single time I'm on this live. Yeah, I know what's gonna go down. He's been balling against 3 straight teams. 2 of them are his former team: Lakers, Rockets, and Knicks. Westbrook had 22, 5, 7, and it's still shooting 50% from 3. Then he had 19, 6, and 11, a double-double, shooting 46% from the field, which isn't great, but hey, he gave you 19 points and 11 assists and 6 boards. Then he had 15 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists, and still shooting 50% from 3 once again. Shout out to Goldberg, man. Just spectacular. This season, he's averaging almost 15 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal, shooting 43% from the field, which is, for Westbrook, that's actually pretty good for Westbrook standard. And he's shooting 35% from 3. They try to kick him out the league. Y'all say he was overrated. Y'all say he need to retire. Y'all say he can't contribute to the NBA no more. And he shattered all that false this season. Shout out to Goldberg, man. He the guy. So Matthew Stafford in his last 10 games outdoor in the rain or snow. He only won one of those games. 16 touchdowns, 11 picks. The current forecast for Sunday's game is 20 degrees, 18 miles per hour wind, 55% chance of snow. And the Rams are favored. The Rams are favored. And I don't think they should be. If I'm a betting man, which I am, I'll take the Bears in this game. I'm not touching the Rams. Pause. We all know that West Coast teams play terrible when they play East Coast teams in the snow. We all know this. Green Bay did some unbelievable nonsense that put them in the history book. The Packers are the first team since 1970 since the merger of the NFL and the AFL to lose 3 games when losing by 10 plus points in the final 5 minutes of the game, including the playoffs. Before this season, the record was 306-1. This season, they were 6-3. Thanks a lot to the Packers. That's it for today's show, everybody. I will see you guys next week. Make sure y'all tap in. Y'all know the vibes. Make sure to follow me. Crazy Shot Josh Universe on YouTube. Instagram, Crazy Shot _ Talk Sports. And on TikTok, Crazy Shot Josh. Y'all know the vibes. Make sure y'all tune in next week. I'll be covering the national championship game. Shout out the youth. I'll be covering the championship game of college football. We're going to talk about the NFL some more. And we're going to dabble in the NBA a little bit. We got to see where some teams go, some trades go. See what direction what players are trending up, what players are trending down. I'm have a top 10. Matter of fact, I'll make it interesting. A top 15 list of players for this season, only this season. And then I'm gonna have probably top 15 rankings of the NFL players. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes. I'm out of here. Y'all enjoy. Y'all be safe out here, man.